What's going on, man? So we got the question as old as time. Should you focus on looks, money, game, and now the new pillar, status? So I see a lot of guys proclaiming themselves to be a gym cell. And I see a lot of guys really focusing on that winter arc and locking in. And unfortunately, in this new age, in this time, we don't have the time to focus on just one thing. You need to be focusing on all four pillars at the same fucking time. Game comes from experience. So you can only get game by dealing with women. You can only get game by dealing with people, right? Because I think that game isn't just about attracting women. I think game is about putting yourself in a better situation in life, okay? And that comes from doing better at interviews, that comes from networking at your job, moving up, being able to sell more. These things are all enveloped into game. Game is highly important because it's negotiations, it's selling yourself, it's personal branding. And as AI becomes more important and AI takes over more things, personal branding, the person who runs it cannot be replaced. You now have a stream or revenue or source that cannot be replicated, and because of that, you can place your price on it. You determine the value of it, right? We as humans, we decide what value is, right? At some point, someone said this shiny gold rock is important. Status, something that all men strive for. I mean, literally all the things that we do revolves around us and status. And a lot of people like to say, oh, I don't care what people think about me. That's a fucking lie. You're full of shit. You would not have the clean car, the new car, the nice house if you didn't care what people thought about you. At some point, a part of our psyche, humans are a commutative being. We're a commutative species, right? And we like community. We like people liking us. It makes us feel good. And status is that. Status is everyone respecting what you have done or what you bring to the table. The reason someone goes to school for 8 years, 10 years to become a doctor is to not only make the money, but also the status of it. That's why you'll see the license plate say the doctors, I'm a doctor, or I'm a firefighter, or people will, if they're a police officer, they'll have the black and blue, the stripes on their car. Those things are status. Those things are recognizable achievements that we like to show to everyone else that, hey, this is what I've done. And it's highly important to us that we do that because it reinforces that we are on the correct path. You can't focus on just looks because you can be sexy as hell and a fucking bum, right? You could have a six-pack, you could have nice hair, you could be 6'3", and yeah, you'll bang a few women, but at the end of the day, you have shit, you have nothing. Had he had focused on getting a great physique while building his money, while building his network, while doing great in school, all the pillars start to level up. So now you're averaging all the four pillars start at a 4, or some is a 5, some is a 6, but they all start to build up. And the higher, you obviously want everything to be at a 10, which is probably impossible, right? You're not going to be perfect looking. You're not going to be the richest man in the world. You're not going to have the most status. Like, there are going to be some parts of the pillars that are going to take a pitfall. But for the most part, if all of them, and this is called the straight 7 system, which we've heard from Chris Sturmy, if you can get everything to at least a 7 or better, your life is considerably better than most people's. So to answer the question, what should you focus on? You need to focus on all things. You need to prioritize and figure out a schedule for all things. You do need to figure out a time to talk to girls, because if you don't talk to girls, you'll never get good at talking to girls. It just won't happen. You could watch all the YouTube videos about talking to girls, all the coach videos about girls, and never get good at talking to girls because it's a personable thing. And women are hardwired to pick up on social economic status. They're hardwired to see this guy's a little nervous, something's weird, something's off. This guy doesn't really get girls. But if they meet a guy like me, they can tell, oh, he gets girls. And that's attractive to them because that lets them know, it's called pre-selection. They are understanding of, oh, okay, this guy's not a weirdo for the most part, right? I could be a whole weirdo, but I got a girl now, so. You need to make time for the gym. You need to make time for discipline. You know, it doesn't take that long to get into shape. It only takes about 5 hours a week, if that, you know? You carve out 45 minutes to an hour 15, 4 times a week into your schedule. We got 100 and something hours a week, and it only takes 5 to take care of your physical prowess. So that's not an excuse. That can also be taken care of, even if you have kids, even if you have a job. I was working 60 plus hours a week and still going to the gym. And in fact, I went to an expensive gym on purpose that was away from my house. I lived in Brooklyn, and I was going to a gym on Wall Street on purpose. And I worked in New Jersey on purpose. So that way I had no excuse, because on the way home, I need to pass Manhattan. I need to pass Wall Street to get to Brooklyn. So I made it so that way I had no excuse. Money and personal branding, you have to work on both of them. This YouTube is my personal brand, right? Me doing these videos is me working on creating an extra income for myself, because some of you guys will see the video and then you'll hit me up on a DM, and then I'll be training you one-on-one, or some of you will buy the program and you'll be getting in shape and all that, right? So you can't put all your eggs into one basket, and you cannot focus on just one thing, because more than likely it's just you trying to cope from doing the hardest ones. And all pillars, depending on your predisposition or your genetics, one pillar might be harder for you than the other. And that is a clear sign that you need to focus more on it, right? So don't choose which one you should be focused on. You need to be focusing on all things at the same time. You do need to be working on your money so that way you can buy better clothes, and you do need to be working on your body so that you can fit better, and so that way you can look better, so that way you can attract better, so that way you can feel more confident while you're talking, and then you can go network more with the guys who are hiring at your job. All these things play a part. They're all hand in hand. They all wash each other. There's a Guyanese proverb, whatever, I'm not saying, I'm American, whatever. Basically, one hand washes the other. And so all things need to be taken care of at the same time. Until next time.